This discussion speaks to the heart of the greatest dilemma that our deliberate creative friends feel, or any human friend, whether they are deliberately creating or not. And that is, do I respond to my environment and therefore need to control it, which I can't do? Or do I achieve a thought by sheer practice of achieving thoughts and establish a vibration which then creates an environment? In other words, it's one way or the other. You're either observing what is and responding to what is, or you are conjuring an image and what is responding to the conjured image. And so that's why so many people really believe that they have to control the circumstances. That's why there are so many laws and so many rules, is because people, when they look out and they see something that makes them feel good, they say, yes, more of that. But when they look out and see something that doesn't feel good, they say, no, we do not want more of that. And then they attempt in mass the impossible. They say, I would feel better under this condition. I've got to control that condition. And that was, in fact, what you were attempting to do. What you were saying to us is, Abraham, I want plenty of money to just not do anything, but I don't believe that is possible. And so we say, therefore, for now, it is impossible.
Right.
And then you went on to say, I'm happiest when I don't have to do anything, but I can't ever see a way that I won't have to do anything, so I have, in essence, resigned myself to a less than happy life. And we say, we wouldn't accept that if we were standing in your physical shoes. We would say, there's got to be another way around this. And when you discover that there is another way around this, then you put to rest once and for all the dilemma that almost everyone faces, which says, I need you to be different before I can feel better. You don't have to wait for them to figure it out. When you discover that you can feel better, whether anything changes or not, then everything changes. But until you figure it out, nothing can change. You have to say,
Absolutely.
I can find happiness right where I stand. No matter what it is, I can find happiness. Because when you find it, when you find a little piece of it, the universe will yield a little more. And when you focus on that, the universe will yield a little more. Until before you know it, one less resistant thought at a time, you're right out there on the beach where you want to be, thinking of all kinds of things you want to do.
That you want to do, yes.
Caring about how you feel, period. Not for the ulterior motive of feeling good so I can create better. Because, did you hear just what happened? When I decide I want to feel good so that I can create better, what am I looking at? Worse. And what did I just introduce into the vibrational mix? Resistance. And so what did I just do to my receiving mode? Muted it. So how do I feel? Not so good. Confusion rather than clarity. You following? So our encouragement, what we're really saying to you is, be nicer to you. Do more of the things that feel good to you. Stop sacrificing. Stop feeling like I got to work hard in order to receive this. Instead, begin making declarative statements to yourself that you as a creator, as a master of creation, have some mastery to accomplish, and you can't be lazy about it. You got to pay attention to what you're doing vibrationally. You can't just complacently move along through life. Observing what you want, that's a good thing because you create more of that. But when you observe what you don't want, not so good because you create more of that. Because this is a universe based upon attraction. There's no exclusion in this universe. So when you see something that you want and you say yes to it, you're saying yes to something that you want. And there's a very good chance that you are non-resistant to that. And so it will flow easily. Usually quickly into your experience. But when you see what you don't want and you shout no at it, you're really saying yes to the thing that you do not want. So you're saying yes to not enough money at the same time you're saying I want more money. I want more money, and yes, I want not enough money. You've got a tug of war going on inside of you, because in this universe that is vibrational, it's not verbal. Strange we verbal so much. This is not a verbal universe. This is a vibrational universe. And so you are speaking a vibrational language, and in many cases you are misusing it because you don't realize that you're speaking a vibrational language. What I'm asking myself these days is how I can focus only on what I want to show up and not so much on what's showing up. And I'm also asking myself that when stuff's showing up, why am I choosing the stuff that shows up that I don't like for so much attention? Why am I not more focused upon the things that are showing up that I do want? And really she is, but the things that don't feel good get more of her attention, and there are choices of what you give your attention to. The universe is so clever in the way that it shows us where we're at. It shows us where we're at all the time. If you want to know where you're at, there are two ways to know. One is the way you feel, and the other is by what's showing up. And wouldn't it be nice if you could know by the way you feel so that you could continue to focus upon what you want to show up, rather than waiting for it to show up before you acknowledge what you've been flowing? Because nothing is coming at you that you are not wholly inviting. This is law of attraction, which means every single thing you're getting, you are attracting. And you want to scream, Esther does, that can't be right. That can't be right. I cannot, after all this time of knowing all this stuff and thinking all of these wonderful thoughts, I cannot be responsible for some dumb guy, some really well-meaning dumb guy, somebody who means well but isn't paying attention to what he's... Abraham, why does life have to teach me with the dumb guys? Can't I just get what I want? You know, Abraham, if you'd work harder at bringing me what I want, then I would observe only what I want, and then I would offer a vibration only of what I want. You say, don't you are the creator of your reality. You are the offer of your vibration. You don't want somebody else messing with your vibration. You want it consistent, and it is. You want law of attraction to be always consistent with you. You want to know by the way you feel what you're doing with your vibration, what you're doing with your emission of thoughts, what you are setting up as your point of attraction. Don't you want to know? And don't you want to feel good? Isn't that the point of life anyway? Don't you want to feel good? So it really isn't difficult at all once you understand that you are the attractor of what comes to you. And of course, when Esther steps back away from the current thing that she's wrestling to the ground and killing, and acknowledges the wonder and wonderment and magnificence of her life experience, she feels like the most blessed person ever. But she's still not letting all the blessings in. She's still not letting in all the things that she deserves, or even most of the things that she wants, because she's still, like most humans, letting life teach her. And by that we mean, and we really want you to hear this, if you are a reactor to what's coming to you, you're not in control of your own experience. But if you are a deliberate offer of your own vibration, you are. Which means simply, you just have to get a head start on it. You just have to wake up feeling good. We know you always do before you remember something that causes you to not. And in that feeling good, then milk it a little longer. Take a walk. Do something nice for yourself. Meditate. Let the vibration of who you really are get a little stronger foothold, so that you are the offerer of a vibration, not the responder or reactor to something else. And when you have control of what you are emanating, and you practice that often enough that you consistently are emanating it, then you are maintaining the vibration of your being, and then everything must react to you rather than you reacting to it. And it does not mean that you're controlling the behavior of others. That's not the point at all. It simply means you're not letting them control you. You're not letting them control your vibration. You are in sync with who you are, and therefore you are dominant. When you connect with who you are, the leverage and energy of that source flowing to you and through you, there are not even words to describe the power of that. And that's why the wonder of your life is so much more than the puny little details that are bugging you. So, we know sometimes things are worse than others, and sometimes things are better than others. But it's time for you to gain control of your own vibration, and it's time for you to stop giving others the power of being your scapegoat about why you don't feel good. It's time for you to take control of your own vibration, and then let what comes to you not be a punishment, and not let it be because some dumb person is not doing what they're supposed to do. This isn't a dumb person. This is a cooperative component giving you exactly what you expect. And what's an expectation? A belief. And what's a belief? A thought that you continue to think. It's a habit of vibration that you can change. And sometimes you have to have some contrast in order to bring you to the place that you want to change the habit, because you're not going to change any habits until the response to what you're offering gets your attention. But when it does, it was just another blessing in disguise. It just looked like something bad happening to you, when really what it was is something really wonderful to get your attention, to remind you of your power of focus, of who you really are.